have some hippies out there and 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 hippies
I think the cord got high unless that was just my mic. Like.
I think that was my grinder on the table.
Oh shit! What is good?
I thought that was just my headphones.
Oh, you heard it too? I'm not just high. What is good, everybody? We are back in the bakery, and man, oh man, we got some fire in this bitch today. Let me tell you, my man OG Zonka, he did not come through empty-handed. He brought more gifts than Santa Claus. Let me tell you, bro. He brought some. What is this? Rosin?
Yep.
Rosin?
That's some rosin right there.
Sugar wax.
That's it.
And a jar full of so many different fucking things. If I told y'all would be mad you're not here.
Bucket of nugs.
Bucket. It's
Bucket of nugs. And
I'm sorry, I gotta take a dab break.
this beautiful syringe
RSO.
of RSO.
Kyle, I think what we should do with that is I'm gonna let you find a dessert of your liking, and I will medicate it, and I'll bring it to the studio.
Word.
Absolutely.
I'm already gonna make the cupcakes with the shit you gave me,
With that.
but let's do something.
That's good and some fudge. Right
Yeah.
There.
Let's do something. Let's do something fun.
All right.
We did some frozen yogurt over at Hempful Farms.
Oh, word! I got an ice cream maker. That's right.
Yeah, we infused it into the frozen yogurt machine for a medicated dinner with the Bud Show. It was pretty cool.
We'll have to come up with
I'm
something.
actually gonna do promo work with the Bud Show on Monday.
Amanda's
Shout out
great.
to the Bud Show.
They'll be at
Amanda's
our
dope.
farmers market tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
they'll
gonna
be
do
out
some
there.
work there too. I'm just gonna be everywhere shooting videos. That's,
Awesome.
I'm trying to get better.
Yeah, go through the building. We got a massage room, yoga studio.
I'm getting everything.
A lot of neat stuff in there.
I'm getting everything. The world needs to know what goes on in Arizona, because I'm telling you, y'all been sleeping on us. But for those of you wondering who the hell is in the building today, we got Young Hippy. K-Boog, what's up, my guy?
Dude, awesome.
Here.
Checked in
Yeah.
Friday.
A little upset because there was one more gift you were expecting today. Well, not a gift. We paid for it, but...
Oh, yeah.
There's one more.
I don't know. I heard 7 to 10
I heard 7 to
business
10,
days,
but it's all right.
Business days, and today is the 10th business day.
Listen.
But it's all right.
Do you
It's
want to
all right.
rush gold?
I don't want to rush it.
Yeah.
It'll be good.
This is gold we're talking. I'm going to let them take their time. We chill when we get it.
Nah, it's all good. I
Facebook,
ain't worried
Instagram selfies.
I can't wait to show off my new teeth.
My guy, right? And man, let me tell you, like you heard me say before, we got the one and only OG Zonka in the building. Do you want to go by your first name? Is that cool?
Yeah, it don't matter.
Chris?
They know me as Chris,
Okay.
Billy. You
We got
name
Chris,
it.
Billy.
Billy
A lot of y'all know him
Zonka.
as,
Zonka.
OG Billy Zonka in the
That's
building.
what's up.
What's good, bro? How are you?
Man, we're busy. We're
We-
getting ready for this launch, or relaunch, I should say. Our edible line comes out the 25th out at ANC. So we are stacking chocolates. I got Oompa Loompas out there going to town, working in the factory all day long.
Man, let me tell you guys, there's something special coming out. Like he said, it's the relaunch. We'll talk a little bit about it more later. What we do is really break down the week, try to give people a little recap and a little look into our eyes, for say. K-Boog, your week, how was it?
Well, it was pretty good. Kind of walked into an unexpected meeting on Tuesday that turned out to be pretty fucking awesome. So just so everybody knows, it sounds like we're getting involved with a podcast network that should be launching at the beginning of February. We're getting involved with the Roach Clip podcast, and who all else is in that?
It's the Bucket Hat.
Bucket Hat.
There's the Loud Weed, the chicks. There's
Dude with a ball or something like that.
yeah. Hold on. I don't want any of them.
No,
to be
we don't want to offend any of them.
Offended.
They're all dope.
and they're fucking hilarious. We're
Funny
in
as
this group
fuck.
chat.
Funny as fuck. That's why I had you add my personal one to the group chat, just so I didn't have to keep switching back and forth to see all the shit.
Let's see. Where is it at?
Too much time and your battery's dead.
Right, it's like I gotta manage like 15 different accounts on my phone. Like, fuck, I ain't got time for that. And work at the same time.
Nope.
So
Who you got?
we got the Cannabis Cactus. We got Homegrown. We got Nerd with Balls, Roach Clip, Bucket Hat Boys, and I believe that's all of
Roach
them.
Clip, us, and yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
Loud
dope
Weed.
though. Loud Weed.
Dude,
But it's gonna be dope. It's gonna be launching at the beginning of February. I'm really excited. It's kind of one of those things where, like we just keep saying, like the right things keep happening because we're being patient and we're meeting the right people and we've got the right intentions.
Yeah,
So
man.
it's all just coming together. Other than that, of course, Packers game on Sunday. I really wish I could say we're going to beat the shit out of the 49ers, but I can't confidently say that.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to say I'm hoping for a good game, and if we stay within one score of them, Aaron Rodgers will be Aaron Rodgers at the end and take us to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I would trust him with the ball with 2 minutes
I mean,
left.
at the end of the day, do you trust Aaron Rodgers or Jimmy Garoppolo?
Right.
Jimmy.
Right.
Yeah, you would trust Jimmy. Get over there with Carson
Jimmy
Wentz.
D.
He used to
Line
play
Garoppolo.
He used to play with Tom, man. He's got-
Get over there with Carson Wentz.
Hey now.
How's your quarterback?
First of all, I think we might need a new one.
He broken again.
Already.
Every season he's been broken. I got some freshie in there for you, man.
All right.
You
But
get
no,
some
but other
sugar
than that,
rocks.
football game this weekend, and then on Tuesday, Trey Anastasio Band is coming into town, and we're gonna go to that show, and I'm gonna get some edibles, and that's why hopefully you'll be cooking up something for me this weekend that I can swing by and pick up like Monday.
Oh, you want it Monday?
I mean,
I can do that.
we can talk about it
Okay.
because the show's Tuesday.
Tuesday.
And I'd rather have a delicious edible made by Jordan Yates rather than one that I picked up at the dispensary. Because them Zonka bars ain't out yet.
Not yet.
They're not. Okay. I can definitely, dude, that's no problem. That's not a problem at all. You just, like I said, hit me on the DM and we'll get that popping. All right, Chris, like you said, man, it's been getting mad crazy. We're getting closer and closer to the big day, man, the big day. So how's your week been looking?
My week has been crazy. We're preparing for the launch out at ANC on the 25th. We're bringing one of Arizona's original edible companies back into production. It's been a blessing. We want to first say thanks to ANC. Thank you so much for letting us produce out of your kitchen and bring our artisan chocolates back to the market. That's just something that we're super excited about. And it's just not stopped. I'm getting ready to hop on a flight when I leave here and fly out to Kansas City. Yeah. So I'm going to go watch the Chiefs, take a AFC championship away, and maybe watch my team.
Get that Super Bowl I rematch.
You know what I mean? I bet on that this year at the beginning of the season, so I would not be mad at it. But to be there live and watch my team in an AFC championship alone just to see Patrick Mahomes in person. I mean, hell, I got a box of cereal with his face on it sitting in my office right now. I got to see this dude throw a ball, you know what I mean?
Feel you.
We're just stoked. I'm excited. It's my hometown, so I get to go back and see some friends. And
Yeah.
and then we've got some other projects that have been coming up. I had a big production company from the East Coast reach out, and they're working on a kind of an underground project that I can't go too deep into detail with, but they're talking about some stuff that relates to my background and kind of my story with prison and food and cooking, and if it launches, it'll be on a major network is pretty much what I can say. So
That's fire, bro.
it's awesome, and it's a host position where I think it almost feels like, you know, when you find your groove and it was wrote for you or it was in the cards, and I just feel like it's something for us. And then you're speaking of podcasts. You know, I'm a newbie at this. I've been on lots of other people's podcasts, but I just started my own.
Awesome.
So we have 25 episodes that we've done once a week, just in the last 4 or 5 months. It's called Haters Make Me Famous.
Okay.
I'm doing it out down at Star Worldwide Network with Dave Pratt and those guys. But things have kind of evolved from there because, you know, that's an expensive gig. And I love Dave. He's done an amazing job for us, but it's expensive to get down there and then to get sponsors to get you going. So I just kind of threw it out in the universe, like, man, what am I going to do from here? Like, I hate asking people for money. I'm just not good at that. I'm the one that raises stuff for them. So the universe listened, and one of my producer of the show, she's starting a show of her own, and she's asked me to help be a revolving co-host or bring your own topic. So the universe is cool, man. Like you said, you're being patient, you're kicking back, not getting out of you're out of your own way, and things just seem to fall into place. You meet the right people, and that's about how my week's gone too. So, and I landed here. I ended my week here on your show and on the way out of town. So, week's going well.
I'm gonna get you high as
That's
fuck.
it. How'd you like that sugar wax?
Bro. First of all, I'm trying to get over the weed. Jeez,
I will put
Louise.
you in a coma.
That's what I aim for. That's what I aim for. Okay, let's load you up and talk about my week. First week back in school. It always is what it is. I hate it. I think I hate it more because I'm out of the kitchen now. Everything is gen ed.
Ooh.
Yeah. So it's 21 credits.
And it's all gen ed. See, I did not great at the beginning of my college career because it was all gen ed and I really didn't care about it. And then at the end of my college career, when I was taking the classes I actually cared about and was interested in, I got practically straight A's.
Isn't that how it goes?
It's kind of like, it made sense. So I feel you. That's a struggle to get through the bullshit that you really don't want to take.
Absolutely.
Well, listen, I read the introduction to my mythology book today, and I was like, you know what? I can fuck with this. I like stories like that, like mythology and shit. Sociology, no tests, no finals whatsoever. Yeah, I was like, fuck. What am I coming to school for? I'm just playing. I wish all my classes were like that. Shit. I hope she ain't listening. Keep it like that.
Keep it real.
Oh shit.
I don't even remember college, if you want to be honest. That was a minute ago.
Smoking this shit, I would forget about college
Too, right?
Let's see. I got my first official, by the time you hear this, preseason game this weekend. It's crazy that I'm going to try to play. I literally dislocated my shoulder 3 times at practice, but fuck it. Like, it's a
Ouch.
shoulder.
It's
You got another one?
shoulder.
You have another one.
Dude, I play receiver. Like, literally, if you throw the ball right here, I'll catch it every time.
Who do you play for?
I think the West Valley Vengeance.
Is that the AZFL?
I believe so.
Yeah. I used to own and coach and play for the Yavapai Bandits.
Oh, word.
Well, I started off with the Sheldon Street Sinners, which was like a long time ago. You were probably playing Pop Warner back then. But then I played with the Rebels for a year, just in and out. And then the Bandits came about. I started off as their quarterback and then took over coaching because I was just too old to be out there with those kids running around. In 2009, we won our division out there with me at quarterback at 32 years old. What the hell am I doing? And then I went on to coach and own the team. I had a blast.
It's fun as fuck, dude.
Yeah.
You
you need a QB coach or an OC, man, let me
Come
know.
out.
I'll come out there all day. I'm
I
a
know-
student of the game.
Yeah,
still.
I don't play
love this
QB. I
game.
play
Receiver, absolutely.
Yeah. You know, and but we could definitely use
You're
a
our
QB
best friend,
coach.
though, you
Yeah.
know.
No, for sure. And the thing is like, not to toot my own horn, but like I'm pretty damn good at receiver.
That's
like, Not
good.
gonna lie.
As long as you run
So,
some
like,
routes and
yeah.
hustle, man.
You know, with that, and with my speed, me and the quarterback,
Yeah.
we don't always click,
Ah.
and we don't really have a QB coach.
Ooh.
We have an offensive coordinator.
Yeah, but he's dealing with everybody.
Yeah, but the offensive coordinator.
How's the quarterback?
The quarterback is good.
Good.
Yeah, he's good as fuck.
Yeah.
He needs his mechanics
He
worked
did.
on.
There we go.
That's
Let's
it.
go. That's what I do.
So, I mean, shit, like I said, you'll probably be busy, but we have a game tomorrow. It's at 1.
I'm in Kansas
Oh,
City
that's
this
what he
weekend.
City.
Yep, I'm in Kansas
We
City.
got practice on Wednesday nights.
I'm spoken for this weekend.
Yeah. I'll hit you up, dude.
But no, I'd love to come check it out. I'm a diehard football guy. I
Yeah,
grew
it's
up in
fun.
the AZFL for many, many years. I don't know, is Dana and his husband, wife
Yeah.
team still doing it?
That name sounds real
It
familiar.
used to be Dana Pecos, I
This
believe.
is like my first year, dude.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
I don't really know.
My last
anybody.
year was 2010.
Oh, word. Bro, I just graduated high school.
See?
that day.
Yep. Yep.
Crazy.
Yeah, that tells you how old I am.
Oh, man.
I've been in this game a minute. And that one.
Other than that, dude, everything's been real cool, you know, except for, like, if any of my Canada moms, Canada dads listening right now have any suggestion how to deal with terrible twos
Duct
with a
tape.
girl, yeah.
Duct tape.
Well, yeah, this one, she'd rip out of it. She's a hardcore savage. I'm sorry. This shit's
CBD
so
gummies.
I'm
Some melatonin.
I'm really trying to fucking work on these damn gummies.
Yeah.
And it's really pissing me off that I can't figure it out.
Yeah.
So, I would love to make gummies. I'd love to just do
You
something.
using pectin?
No. Okay.
You heard it here first.
Okay. I'm sure,
Pectin.
like, talking to Dave, I'll figure
Oh,
all this shit out.
he's a good guy. He'll help you out too. But
I'm excited.
pectin was my secret.
Pectin.
That was the secret ingredient that helped change my gummy life. Pectin. Now he's thinking. You see?
Yeah, that's a real deal. That's that potent planet. Snuck that in there.
Got him.
Yeah, snot bubbles. I snuck that
It's
in
like
there.
he didn't warn me. See it?
Damn, I should be recording this right now. I should be recording this for the homies.
Just turn the camera.
That's it right here. Gotta get you some, brother. You'll sit on this. Other than that, head over to LasVegasCannabisAwards.com and make sure you vote for your boys. We got nominated for Podcast of the Year. And also make sure you vote for the Cannabis Cactus. They got nominated for Newspaper of the Year.
Right.
So to have two well, that's all I looked at, to be honest. I don't know how many other brands from AZ got nominated, but to at least have two,
awesome.
bro, that's dope. When we go out here and we win these awards, bro, we could actually turn people's attention to what's really going on out here. You know what I'm saying? Show people that we got Zonkas and we got drips and potent planets just fucking waiting to be discovered, bro.
That's awesome. We just kind of had not the same thing on the podcast, but with the branding, we just got invited to Colorado to a platform. Nice. Got a company asking us to put products up there, and that's what it's about. It's getting that brand recognition outside of the boundaries you're in. You know what I mean? It shows that you've really put your heart into it, and that people are listening.
It's so satisfying, like especially when it's out of state.
Oh.
When you get that out of state,
people are watching. They're watching.
Yeah.
Or listening.
And then also, you know, our fans, you know, our listeners, for them to go and like hit that button to have to, because let's all be real, like we ain't gonna do some shit on the phone unless we really want to. And if somebody says, hey,
unless there's a
link,
reward, right?
It's very rewarding.
Right.
So thank you guys for real, and we gonna find some way to pay y'all back big time. I promise you. Maybe I don't know. I'm not gonna say it out loud because then that holds me to a promise.
Then you gotta do it.
Yeah, I do that way too much. Oh God, K-Boog, are you ready? Are you good? You got your lungs back. You got your voice back. Yeah, all right.
I might be able to talk for a
I'm
minute.
sorry I snuck that in there like that.
I might be able to talk for a minute here.
We got some news.
I saw some shit that like the headline itself sparked my interest, so I had to look into it a little bit. So it was new cannabinoid discovered that's 30 times stronger than THC. Grabbed my attention. But I looked into it a little bit. Basically, it was like an Italian researcher studying medical strains for specifically the Italian military, which I thought was pretty fucking cool. That their military is like, yeah, let's fucking use this shit. But they found two new cannabinoids, a THCP and CBDP. Basically, they're almost identical to THC and CBD, but they have a few extra carbons at the end of the tail. I'm not a super chemical guy, but I have a basic knowledge of that. So
Sure.
a little extra. And when it was tested on mice, it bound to the receptors 30 times stronger than just normal THC. So very tiny doses were knocking their socks off, essentially.
You know what's funny about some of that science too is if we look back at history, or even some of these countries that have been doing it so much longer, like Italy. We were working with scientists 9 years ago, and we developed our product line out of the Czech Republic. They've recognized over 200 cannabinoids in the plant. They have over 4,500 SKUs of product that, you know, all of us in America go running around crazy. I made lip balm. Oh my God, I got lotion. These guys have been making, you know, wellness products or whatever you want to call it, and food item. And I mean, they've been doing this stuff before we were a country. So, it's neat to see us jump on and get going. But sometimes it's kind of like the rules. Look at California. Everybody wants to be wrecked until you look at California and like, nobody wants to be wrecked. Well, why don't we pay attention to this? These countries have been doing this stuff for a long time. I think it's neat that we're learning it now. I wish they would leak stuff faster to us. Like, look, we could learn all this stuff a lot quicker because it's been out there a while too. Granted, we get inhibited on what we're allowed to have, study, hear. So, but it's neat to see that it is coming out. I am excited
for sure. And to me, the more positive things that they find, the easier it's going to be to do the research, and the more open people are going to be to it.
Yeah, you're open in the talk. We used to say that pot's the gateway drug. Well, we say hemp's the gateway conversation. That's how we get you talking about pot. You come in the store, we talk about hemp. Next thing you know, have you tried cannabis? Well, no, but you just told me all this stuff is hemp, and it's just like it. Bam, you got the door open.
Yeah, shit, I like that, dude. I'm excited to go stop by the market tomorrow. I think it's gonna be dope. I'm bringing my kids.
We moved it out there. We used to do it at 19th and Bell. We have a huge parking lot there, so it would fill up really quickly.
Yeah.
We just want to get some attention out at this location. This spot, it's kind of that diamond in the rough. You pull up and you're like, oh, wow, what the hell? Who knew? And then you walk in and go, man, this place is beautiful. It's, hardwood floors, yoga room, massage area where we do esthetician work. And then I have the technology in there. It's called the Mirror. I got one at home because I never have time to go to the gym. I'm not 20 anymore. I'm almost 50.
Yeah.
And it's hard to get and stay in shape and just be healthy now. If I have it in my house, I'm a little more apt. But this mirror is a hologram, and it's connected to my phone. So it says, hey, dummy, wake up, go do your workout. But it gives you routines. So, like, not workouts that you don't want to do. How many times you get up and do push-ups and sit-ups, and nobody wants to fucking do push-ups and sit-ups anymore. Yeah. Nobody. But this mirror has you can do yoga, you can do bar, you can do kickboxing, you can do all kinds of neat stuff.
With the hologram?
It's a hologram. So we put it in our yoga room where you come in. Hell, I train baseball teams to do yoga. They come in 10 deep, and we do yoga in the room. It's
like a holographic yoga instructor?
Yeah, it's a mirror that's about 6 foot tall, 2 foot wide, and when it's off, you see yourself in it. When you turn it on, a person pops up, and
that's tight.
And it's on demand, so you can either go live or on demand, pick a class that's ran before and go through it, or you can go live and open up the camera where it sees you, and it actually tells you like your form sucks or go faster, old guy. I mean, like they're not mean about it, but that's what I'm hearing.
Right.
So I don't go live very often, but it's the technology that when I put it in my house, I felt like everybody should try it. So I put one in my store out in Youngtown. And
I'm trying it tomorrow.
It's amazing. And not to mention, there's a cool part about Youngtown. We're kind of in that older demographic out there between Sun City, El Mirage, a lot of retired community. So the need for yoga is huge, but like chair yoga and mindful movement yoga, like with Mavens, and things that where you can't get on the floor or get off the floor, but you still need to stretch. We do a lot of stuff like that, and we've been Silver Sneaker approved. So to be one of the first hemp companies in the country to have that means you can come in and use your Medicaid and Medicare, which that doesn't happen. You just don't get that approval. But because of our tenure in the industry and what we've done for the community, I feel like that helped us get that approval. So like if grandma really likes to get out and walk around and needs to stretch, bring her in. Well, we'll give her a 15-minute consult and class and just show her what we do. It could be something, honestly, we're next to Brenda's Cafe, which has been there 22 years. It's a mom and pop little breakfast and lunch place, and they do, I don't know, probably 200 people a day out of that place. Our parking lot's full, and there's no one under 60 there. So I think it's a perfect fit. And when you come out there, that's why we're doing the farmers market, is to try to not only bring their community together, but ours with them. Show them that we're welcoming, that we're in your backyard, and we want you to come hang out with us. We're not afraid that you're 60. We want you to come see what we do, and so do all these companies that are going to come out here and welcome you. So that's why we're doing it, just to bring it together.
I got ideas shooting in my head already tomorrow. I'm be filming a lot.
It's a lot of fun out there, and we just want to show off what we have.
I think it's going to be
a unique spot. And honestly, if you've got events, we host, the Bud Show's beverages, the contest, the dinners at our kitchen on Phoenix on 19th and Bell. Or we, whatever event, we do paint night right after the farmer's market tomorrow night from 6 to 8.
That's
We
pretty
do
dope.
medicated paint nights. We do you and your
Well,
kids.
I want to
it's
do that
fun.
event. I don't want to say it on air because
Someone
people
will
be
take it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally, you
No,
can't
I
ever
know.
just tell somebody something because it's like, hey, I need to borrow your space.
Yeah.
And you tell them what for.
Next you know, they're making it.
Yeah. I've been extremely hesitant with it. Extremely. So, but I can genuinely feel like I can trust you
Sure.
with that shit. So,
Now I've made my way here, and it wasn't by stealing.
yeah. No, I can, I feel that, So, I feel
For
like-
us, it's about everyone can have a piece. There's enough pie for everyone. I never got into this game to make a bunch of money.
Well, the thing
I'm
is I'm not
sick
going to
and
charge for this
so are a
event.
lot of
I just
people.
want people to be able to have a place to go to get help.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it. Well, we'd love to host.
Yeah.
Come
Why
check
pay
us
for
out.
that shit?
Come
you know?
see what we have. And we've got a location in Chico, California, too. So if you find yourselves up in the, Chico State area and
Well, we might just need to go out there to view the other location and do some video work. And
always welcome.
I know there's other companies out, like people that might need us up on the podcast or we can interview. We have the 100th episode coming up.
Well, in Chico's that area, it's a college town. So it's a younger demo, but it's also older. A lot of retirees are up there from the college that, like, their families worked in the college after they went to school there. And it used to be legal. So the difference with Chico and Butte County is when you go to Butte within a 100-mile radius, you can't buy cannabis. You can't sell cannabis. You'll go to jail. You could grow it. And isn't that crazy in a legal state? Like, that's what I'm thinking. So I fly out to Butte County to visit my wife's
Right.
uncle on his 70th birthday.
Right.
I'm thinking,
You get there.
I get
you
weed
pick up-
wherever.
as soon as you get there, you can pick up whatever
right,
you need.
I'm a Crohn's
problem.
patient. I start getting on the phone calling delivery guys, and they think I'm a cop right away. Like, hey, man, that's not cool out here. Like, this area. I'm like, what are you talking about? Within a 100-mile radius, the county made it illegal. They voted it out because that's the way the law was wrote. So our first thought was, wait, these people used to grow. They used to have dispensaries. They understand.
And people don't understand what they're signing that rec paper for.
They don't read the fine print. They read legal. It's
Dude,
legal.
there's this dude pushing that shit at my school, and I almost got into an argument with him the other day, but I was like, I'm not going to do this shit.
Well,
at school.
honestly, that's why I laugh as an old dude when I see 5 and 6 initiatives going to the ballot. I kick back and throw my feet up on the table going, whew, we got medical for 2 more years. Honestly, I'm blessed because I've been to California, and I don't want that.
Yeah, me too, dude.
Arizona doesn't want that.
You've been there, but to the before and after, right?
Both.
I've
I got
been-
my grow experience in the triangle. That's where I started.
I've
Like,
been
no.
preaching that to the homies, like
When I've done 6 years in prison, so honestly, I'm that guy that feels like I miss the black market. All I had to do was duck some cops and a couple crooked dudes, and I could do that with a left hook. Like, I'm down with that. When you get into the real market, it's like the suits, the politicians, the bankers. You got everyone coming at you from every angle, and them dudes still trying to steal from you. You know what I mean? And then at that point, now you're in the public. You can't just handle it like the old days where you just
Right.
knock on the door and go, "Hey, homie, it's over." You know what I mean? Now it's like you're public. Like, oh, okay, I guess you can just steal $2 million from me and walk away, and I won't do
and you
nothing.
called it a tax.
I'll see you in court. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know.
And
what I'm saying?
lose.
Yeah, after paying for it
oh,
and being right.
oh my god.
Yeah, so I miss that. So for me, I'd rather see it go completely decrim, drop off the face of the earth or off the map on a illegal or illegal sense, and become something that I could put in my backyard like a tomato plant and not be sweated about it. That's how I feel. But
There's
you know,
too much money in it.
it's
on
awful
both sides to
ambitious,
let
but
that happen.
oh, absolutely, and I've seen it. 6 years in prison. You see, when I went to prison in '95 for a joint, I did 3 years, and it was totally different. You go to prison and it's reform, and you got a job, and you have a counselor, and you're about being a better person than you were when you got there. Now I went back to prison for this weed case, and it's a warehouse with 500 dudes fighting over a toilet and a washer and dryer, no classes, no jobs. It's not about reform. It's about recidivism. It's about you're going to fuck up and come back because heroin's cheaper in there. There is no weed or, it's K2 or Spice or whatever it is, you know what I mean? And it's all day. So if you go out a junkie, 9 times out of 10, you're going to mess up and come back. Then they can build more of these things. Like we just heard what Ducey said. He's closing down Florence. He just announced a couple days ago that he's going to close the oldest prison in Arizona that houses 4,000 inmates. Look, I'm all for getting those dudes into a better housing space that, hasn't been there 120 years and is about to fall over, and I get that. But why has it got to be a private prison? A prison that is ran by private contracts. Exactly. It's all about the dough. And we don't see that shit
Oh, they're
because
making
why?
a whole new prison for him?
Oh, he hasn't announced that yet, but I bet you if we go dig up through one of these BLM land deals, these giant $300 million deals that he likes to sign on the slide all the time and hide that shit in that legislation of it, I bet you within the next 10 years, we're going to have either more built or a better contract with the ones in Oklahoma, because we love funneling inmates across state lines because they're commodity. There's a rule on the books in Arizona that states that the prisons aren't 90% full, then the state gets sued by the prison. And who pays that debt? It ain't the state. It's the taxpayer.
If the prison isn't 90% full,
it has to be 90% full, and that's why we have these mandatory minimum laws. When you go to jail on your second charge for cannabis and they tell you got to do 2.5 years, that's why. Because there's a law in the books. Thank you, Reagan. Thank you, Clinton. Thank you, all you fucks that love making money off us as a commodity. That's mandatory that you do time now. Like on my case, I haven't been to prison in 20 years. So that sounds to you probably like I didn't get in a whole lot of trouble in that window. So why in the world would that be mandatory that I have to go to prison when there's no victim in my charge, no violence or no repetitive in my charge, but I have to go to prison? Even with Crohn's, as a stage 3 Crohn's patient, that shouldn't be in a place where there's no medical, but they felt that was more important, learning the lesson. Why do we do that? Because look at the contracts that are involved in there. You not only have the prison contract, but you have the commissary contract. You have the private telephone contracts. You have the private visitation contract. And it's all, you own the visitation company, you own the telephone company, we're homies, and I hook y'all up. And y'all get the contract. Next thing you know, Deucey's little, shills are running around, running the prisons, and now we have doors that don't lock, and we got gangs running prison, stabbing guards all night. And we just had the Charles Ryan have to step down as the head of DOC because 30 cells didn't lock in Buckeye. So in the middle of the night, the guards would go to do their checks, and they can't. There's gang members running all over the place. That's because why? There's no money to fix the locks? No, there's plenty of money to fix the locks, but we got shareholders to pay. When the shareholders are the ones that are getting the money and not the programs and not the schools, then it's a bureaucracy. It's a business, and it's scary. It's super scary to hear our governor bragging about it. Like he's going to get a bunch of people following him going, yeah, he closed the oldest prison, because that's what they're going to hear. They're not going to dig in and realize, oh, wait, that dude owns probably, I don't know how many shares in private prison, but now he's going to open more or fill the system that he's banking on.
Yeah.
And so many of them are like that because what we don't realize, prisons were allowed to reschedule as real estate investment trusts. And I don't know if people understand what that means. In 2013, prisons are no longer private prisons. We talk about private. It's not fucking private. How is it private when you can go to Geo or CCA.com right now and go buy stock? The first thing that pops up on the website is their stock value, the ticker tape on what the value is. How can you make money on putting people in prison and that not be a crime against humanity? That's a federal crime. Like you're taking money because you're putting people in jail.
God, bro, I didn't even know all this.
I didn't know it either. I didn't know it either until you fall face down in it, and then you.
Yeah, man. I'm sorry you had to go through all that just to learn shit.
Well, it means more to me that other people learn it, because not only did I learn it the hard way, and now I'm after the fact dealing with it, but they took my right to vote. So I can't even run in there and go change it. I can't. All I can do is speak and help people understand what they vote for. Like, read it. Read the fine print. Just because you got some crazy dude in a wig and some big 70 sunglasses on Facebook making funny faces talking about stuff doesn't mean that that's the dude you got to follow around. Did he read the fine print? You know what I mean? I don't know if that's what I want to follow into battle is all I'm saying. Read it. Read it for yourself and make your own informed decision before you make those choices. Vote it now, we'll change it later. What is that bullshit? We voted the medical in here in 2010. How many times we changed it? Oh, hold up. It's been 10 years, and we've never been able to change it, right? So why would we fall into that hoop now? It makes no sense to me. None. Just read what you do and pay attention to it when you vote.
It's crazy because the guy at my school that was trying to get people to vote for it, he was like, vote for marijuana, decriminalize it, get people out of prison. And I was like, No, you're wrong, bro.
Right.
I was like, don't. That's not it.
Well, and if you read this initiative, one of them, it does state that they'll decrim it and they'll let certain felonies out. But it's the people that got caught with an ounce or the people that got 1 year. And those aren't the ones we're fighting for right now. The ones we're fighting for right now, what about them lifers that got 5 pounds? They've been doing 27 years right now while corporations are making millions of dollars. They're out there writing rules for other corporations to get rich while we still got dudes dying and females and moms and sisters, and they're dying from some case they caught in 85. Like, what are we doing? We shouldn't even be talking about federal legalization until we let them dudes out. Let those chicks come home and deal with their families that they haven't seen in 30 years. Like, I don't get it. That's what drives me more is when I see the big companies come in, like the hemp bill passes and everyone's like, yeah, it's legal now. Now everybody has a CBD store. Everybody, corner to corner. But what cracks me up is unless you're a big corporation or you're faking it with some LLC that ain't jiving, you're doing banking. You know what I mean? I did banking for 9 years with my company with a trademark. As soon as that farm bill hit, with my name being hempful, every bank got shut down because it said hemp in the name. That don't sound like legal to me at all. How's that legal when I got to go make up a LLC, run it under a fake number, has nothing to do with my company, but that's the only way I can do legit business after 10 years of doing this. So hold up, that's not legal. Like, what are we passing right now? What are we signing?
That's what you're doing. That's what you got.
That's what we have to do right now. I've had hempful trademark since 2009.
I'm surprised they ain't try to do some shit about it.
They shut all my banks down. They
Oh,
shut all my PayPals down. They shut everything down that had the name hempful on it. So I had to go out and start up a whole nother name of a company that had nothing to do with it, so I could even just get banking. And if they did an audit and linked it to my site, they'd probably shut me down again. It's crazy. Welcome to the new legal, you know? I didn't have to worry about that when I started this company back many moons ago. We just did business, you know? The banks were happy to have your money. You were happy to be doing business, and now it's like, it's a little different now. But we did it to ourselves. If you know, we got to pay attention to what we're signing. So that's all I like to preach to people. Just read the damn thing. I get it. The Farm Bill is like 800 pages, 900 pages. Who wants to read that? Especially when like page 661 and 662 were the only thing that mentioned him. I get it. Nobody wants to read that stuff. But who's gonna? Who's gonna read it? That's when it's gonna matter, is when that person or those people, those groups decide to actually read it. Take that time. Like you're saying in the beginning of the show, be patient. Get out of your own way. Let things happen. Well, sometimes we got to put some effort in there too.
True.
You know, put a little effort in there, read it. Just take that time because it's going to matter to your kids and your grandkids. My mom didn't give a shit. I'm telling you, she's a hippie. No shoes, long hair, burning weed all day long. She didn't care about what was going to happen later. But if she would have known, I bet she'd have made a change. She would have tried to make a difference. And that's all you can ask for with your show, your message. Just try to show that change and empower someone to make it. You know, that's what I think.
I feel that, bro. Thank you.
Thank you.
Damn. And we ain't even got into the show yet. That's what's up.
Lots to edit.
No, dude.
Not a thing.
We don't edit
We don't
anything.
cut shit.
Nice.
We don't edit anything.
So that makes
Unless
the
there's
job
a potty
easier.
break or something.
Right.
Yeah.
There's the job.
Man. Hell yeah. Well, I guess before we hop on to the show, I got a quick message for you guys from PRC because same weekend Zonka's doing his release. You know, you can go out there, grab some chocolate bars, and then head over to PRC. They are having their monthly patient appreciation, which they run fantastic deals. They do start Friday the 24th. They got Goldsmith, buy one, get one. Drip concentrate plus C-cell carts are buy one, get one. I'm so high right now. I'm trying to like see the fucking, I'm like,
This young one.
You also get the daily deal, free weed daily, and you get a free Sunday 8's good with the purchase of 100 or more. On the 25th is buy one, get one on Venom carts and Shatter. $60 half ounce Sunday goods. You can mix and match on that. And then the daily deal, which is the 5-gram sampler. And then their last day is the 26th. Select 1 gram cart plus a half-gram cart for $60. $60 half ounce. That's on Sunday goods. And you can mix match that again. And then you get 4/8 for $80. And exclusions may apply. So now I don't have to do that. We can get
Made it.
Yeah, man. Barely. That's why.
Was that all in one breath? That's pretty good.
It was all
He ain't
one take.
Eminem.
One take. That's all that matters.
I need to listen to some more though, so I can get it. I'm gonna go to Jones' house, work on my delivery in his studio. Hey, all right. So, my man Billy Zonka, OG Billy Zonka, Chris,
What up?
whatever else everybody
Yeah.
wants to call you. Hopefully, it's polite.
To my face.
Prefer politeness. I can't imagine.
hardly
I
doubt-
couldn't imagine many people saying mean
Yeah.
shit to your face.
I was about to say.
I wait for it.
I wish you
You
would.
probably gonna keep waiting.
I've waited for that moment.
You might see some-
I've trained for it.
You might see some fire in Kansas City.
Oh, I'm ready. I'm so.
I
You know
can
what? I've been
see-
to Oakland this year. I've been to Diego. I mean, we walk into the mouth of the lion, but Arrowhead, that's home. You know what it's like? Lambeau, the frozen tundra.
Let
you
anybody
know?
say something.
I'm telling you, Arrowhead at 77,000 deep.
I'll
dude.
tell you what. It is nice being at a home game, but I love going into the opposing
Absolutely.
stadium.
You
And
are
winning.
that
full,
guy.
Yeah.
full attire.
Yep.
There's no holding back.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, we've done that more often than not because the Chiefs just don't come out here. I see them in San Diego, and now we're going to get to go watch them in Vegas. I'm kind of stoked about
Hey,
that.
that's gonna
I
be
can't
tight.
wait to go to
4
Vegas.
hours away, man.
Have you seen the stadium?
Yeah,
It's pretty
we
dope.
stay at the
It's
Luxor
like
every time we
driving
go.
on the way in.
Yep.
It's
I haven't
so
seen.
sick.
I've only seen pictures of it. I want to go out. I'm hoping the Packers play there soon, but I might go to a game sooner than that.
Yeah.
Just to go to a game.
think
Yeah,
I
my
saw it in
buddy,
June.
my buddy in college, he's my catcher when I played baseball. He's a huge Raiders fan. I've been to Oakland down there a couple times to go watch the Chiefs game. He's actually supposed to go to Arrowhead with us next year, but we talked about the Vegas thing, and he's just not stoked about it. You know, he's a diehard Oakland guy.
You know, I can feel that though.
He's
I
not
can feel that
feeling it.
shot to the gut, like
Yeah.
taking that team out of.
I'd
Oakland.
lose my mind. Could you
Yeah.
imagine
Like,
if Green Bay went to Tampa Bay?
I mean,
Could you
You
imagine?
know?
Or
Woo!
like if
Oregon
Green Bay
Chiefs.
went to like
I'd
North
lose my mind.
Dakota, like a
Yeah.
state that has nothing to do
No.
with football, like
Yeah.
sports whatsoever.
Yeah, when was the last time Vegas had a pro team?
I don't even know. What they have
the
soccer,
Right.
and they have that
They just
major
got
league
the
soccer
hockey.
shit.
They
They
just
poker
got
players,
hockey.
they're professional poker players.
And not that they shouldn't have
Boxing.
a market. That's a huge city. I mean, UNLV's been a big college there. I played I had friends that played baseball up there, and I've been to many games, and they have a huge sports market up there,
travel
especially with
league.
gambling and betting. You know, I mean, it's
all the
huge.
sports things.
I think that's what stopped it, though, don't
It's
you?
the betting.
I bet. I mean, how are you going to get a clean game?
But
Boxing's been ruined by Vegas. Are you kidding me? Like, I used to love I
man.
didn't
now
want to watch
they're
boxing.
legalizing sports betting in so many different aspects now
True.
that it's like, fuck it.
Yeah.
They're like,
What
fuck
can you?
it.
All games-
They're going to do it online in the basement of their house. What is it about?
Y'all just better expect the Raiders to win
And then we
every
can't get
game
a
at home. If they don't win, the whole stadium's getting
Well,
shot.
and I wonder what that's going to be like. You know, how many transplants are there going to be from Oakland or the old LA days, or how many are really going to? Is there already a huge fan base up there in Vegas now? I mean, I have no idea. What's the closest football team to Vegas? The Cardinals, the Chargers, the
I mean,
49ers.
You got me
What's
thinking
up
about
there?
it now, dude.
You
I
know,
don't know.
is that gonna? I'm just curious.
they
Is it gonna support
they
the
probably
Raiders?
already have a market.
It
You
is
got
the
to
Raiders.
imagine all the casinos and
Yeah.
shit there are going to buy tickets.
Yep.
So all the seats are going to be
Tourists.
sold, and
Yeah.
they're going to give them to fucking people.
Oh yeah, they'll fill them up.
It's going to be.
It's a beautiful stadium.
It looks nice.
My buddy photoshopped a picture of it though and put a toilet back on the front of it. It looked just like a toilet. It was so funny.
That shit's, it is.
It's kind of round like a toilet from the top angle, and he photoshopped the back of a toilet. It was black. It was so
I
funny.
don't. Yeah, they literally just had when I saw it, just like the shell up. It was pretty.
I heard one of the union guys got fired, one of the construction guys, for burying a Chiefs flag in the foundation of the concrete of the stadium. And
in
that
there,
true
bitch.
story. You can actually Google that. A diehard Chiefs fan was a union worker, bragging, taking pictures, holding this flag up, put it in the concrete to curse them forever. And I heard he got fired. Done.
Bet
I
it's
think
worth
it's
it.
worth it. I would take my pension. I'm
They
out.
had to dig it out. They had to redo the.
Yo,
You know they did. They probably did a ceremony,
Huh.
sacrificed the virgin.
I wouldn't have said. I wouldn't have
mean,
said shit. It's
Here's-
ruined.
posted it.
Nah, because this. Let's be real. If this dude is really hard up for money, I bet you he could GoFundMe and
Yeah.
Chiefs Nation would take care of
Oh,
that
they
man.
would too. Absolutely.
$1 a piece would take care of that
He'd
man.
he'd have all the Mahomie flakes he could eat.
He'd be in the
Are those
ketchup.
bomb?
In the ketchup. Who you calling kid? I've seen more Mahomes commercials than I've ever seen
could
of
you
a quarterback.
Could you imagine if that Super Bowl was
Oh,
Mahomes and Rodgers?
it should be.
And was at this stadium, because isn't this the State Farm Stadium?
Oh, it is. Oh, that would.
Oh wait, they're playing out here.
They're not.
They're in
playing
Miami. They are no, but that would be a marketing.
Oh, I get it.
State Farm Bowl.
Yeah.
And every
I
commercial
get it.
now it's Mahomes and Rodgers.
Yeah.
That's kind of funny.
That's crazy.
Did you see the Head and Shoulders one with
With
what's his name?
Troy Polamalu?
Polamalu.
No,
Yeah.
but I heard him talking. I heard somebody talking about it.
Hilarious.
Damn,
They're
I'm
really
missing
good.
out. I don't have TV.
They're really good.
I need TV.
Yeah, you got to check them out. They're funny.
That's crazy.
I'm telling you what, I might drive out to Miami if.
You know,
You ain't going.
this
to
is
Miami.
how the AFC Championship game
going to
happened. We actually said the same thing. My wife was like, if they go to the Super Bowl, would you go? I'm like, I have to. I'm 45, and my team has never been since I've been alive. I mean, this is literally like the third AFC Championship I've seen since I can remember. 2 in a row. If I don't go now, I may never get to again.
It's true.
And I didn't think I'd be able to afford the Super Bowl. Honestly, we were looking at tickets. It's $3,000 to walk in the door, the travel to get there and back. My friend went to high school with him, called me up. He's like, I got season tickets, man. We can get a deal right now. I'll get you hooked up. And I had miles from all my travel last year, so we had free tickets. So the whole trip's going to cost me just eating, you know.
So you're going to the Super Bowl?
Oh, no, this will be the AFC Championship.
Oh.
So I
Oh.
what I'm saying is I
I see what you're
sacrificed
saying.
the Super
The
Bowl at
possibility
10.
of going.
But I'm going to my hometown,
Yeah.
my home stadium, my home team to go to the Super Bowl. I think that's almost better.
So if they go to the Super Bowl,
Then I probably will jump in one of their suitcases on the bus and not even make it back to Arizona. We'll just leave.
I feel it.
Yeah, I don't know what I'll do. You know, I said I
Like,
wasn't going to go
see,
to this one, and look
so
what's happening.
The last time, well, I guess not the last time we were in the NFC Championship, but when we lost to the Seahawks, when they were gonna when they played the Super Bowl
Right.
here, I was ready to buy a ticket.
Yep.
And it was gonna be $2,500 to sit in the nosebleeds, but I was like, I don't have to travel anywhere.
Yeah.
I'm here. I'm going.
Yep.
And then when that didn't happen, I was like, fuck it. The next time they're in the Super Bowl, period,
Going.
charge it to the game.
Yep.
And like, so I feel like I could put the ticket on a credit card
Yep. And deal with it.
and then just drive out there
And deal
and
with it.
sleep in my truck,
Yep.
not worry about a hotel, not
Yep.
worry about a plane ticket, just
So
gas.
that's the
and
best
food.
way.
And just, I mean,
And how welcoming, though. I mean, I don't know about Miami, but like if you're coming to Kansas City, even if it was Green Bay, you're gonna be welcome. It's the best tailgate in that side of the
I
country.
feel like once I got there and found some other Packer fans,
It's
I
on.
could find a place to take a shower.
Packer minibus. Yeah, absolutely. That's the
I
best
thought
part
you were
of
gonna
football.
say a shot. I was like, a shot, huh? I'm gonna go out there and take a shot. All right. Just gonna go travel to Miami and take a shot, huh?
Get drunk, homie.
Oh, okay. Okay, K-Bug. That's how you roll now, huh? I'm just playing. All right.
Either way, it should be a good game. I think Super Bowl should be a good
I
game.
just need to go to a football game, period.
This one's gonna be. I think the high is 22 on Saturday, and then the high of 10 on Sunday. Real football weather. Love it. They had an ice storm blow through last night.
Fuck all
Airplane
that.
actually slid off the runway in KCI this morning. I was like, please let us get there. Just let us get there. I don't want to. And I don't mean in the bad way, like wrecking. I mean weather. You know how it goes. You get
Don't
all
get
the
it
way to the airport and they
canceled.
cancel it. What do you do then? I'm not sitting in the airport watching my game, man. I think I'll rent a car, and I might be late, but I'll get
Oh, yeah.
there.
Hell yeah.
How
If there's
fast
will, there's a
can
way.
I
Yeah.
drive?
Oh my goodness.
Well, on ice, we gonna find out.
Yeah.
Put the chains on the tires.
Let's roll.
Let's roll out.
Oh, it's funny. They're sending us pictures from Kansas City, and everybody's like bundled and how cold it is. I'm in shorts and flip flops. 65 today.
Oh shit!
Yep.
You better bundle up.
Yeah, I'm
man.
breaking out the parka.
I was gonna say, I I hope you plan on packing more than shorts.
Yeah, when I saw that wind chill was single digits, I
Yeah,
was like,
fuck that
oh,
shit.
man.
I don't miss living
That's when
in
that shit freezes in your
Yeah.
head. I
Oh
remember
my
opening
God.
beers and they just
I
frozen.
remember like going to school in the morning and like my hair would freeze
Yeah.
on the way to school.
Yep. Or
Fuck
your
all
nose.
that.
Just your nose. You're
I
breathing.
see
and
why
it's
you
like,
came to
what the
AZ.
hell?
Fuck that.
That's why everyone's
culture.
coming out here.
Yeah, terribly. I
Really
hate to
is.
say it. It's sad. Guys, stay where you are. You can listen to us from where you are. AZ is getting packed, fucking up our freeways,
Cool, man.
and you're bringing your fucking terrible driving with you. We got enough of that. Just keep it where it is.
Stay home.
Yeah. Because, jeez, man. There was an accident the other day when I was at Fort Prick. The shit was loud. It scared the shit out of me.
That's why my Harley's parked. I don't ride my bike out here.
I'd be
Alright.
scared too.
I'm scared
I've
to
thought
death.
about how like convenient it would be
Yeah,
to have a
cheap.
motorcycle.
$10
and
a
cheap
week and gas.
and cruise and
$10 a week?
and be able to get in and
Don't
out
tell
of
me that.
traffic.
Yep.
But
Once. Until you don't.
yeah.
Well, and
until
honestly-
you're sliding across the fucking freeway.
Yep. I came home in 17 and I buried 3 people, and it just takes it's not even fun at that point because you're more
Yeah.
looking everywhere because no one else is looking, and I'm 260 and on a 1,700-pound bike, and it still doesn't matter, and you don't win those battles.
No.
You don't win them. It's bad. So it sits there. It's sad. We lived in Prescott for 20 years, so hit the switchbacks, bam, Skull Valley, you're gone. You're out riding on open highway, but down here, you can't make it through the 17 without being a bumper sticker.
Yeah.
Fuck the 17.
done.
I
Yeah.
hate the 17 with a
Imagine
passion.
being something with no doors on it.
No,
Like,
nothing.
Yeah, I've literally kicked doors and used my whip to hit hoods, and it's just not worth it anymore. All it takes is one time, and you don't.
My balls
get
would
up.
be in my stomach the whole ride, just like scared as fuck.
When I rode in a club, so we had 30 of us, bumper to bumper, doing 100, and that didn't bother me. I'm getting cut off by a semi or a soccer mom in a Volvo. I'm out. I'm done.
Holy fuck. You are one interesting dude, man. Motorcycle gangs, football.
We were a club, not a gang.
Oh, you're right. I don't know how to say that. Club.
I'm just teasing.
No, it is a club.
MC, man.
That's it.
Yeah, you're right. I've watched enough fucking.
We were family.
What was that show? The Gangland.
Gangland. Sons of Anarchy.
No,
Yeah.
I've never seen.
No,
that
it's
show,
funny when that
surprisingly.
shit happened. That whole thing blew up. Like you're looking around, there's 80 new clubs going.
What the fuck?
I
Who
guess
was
they
it
just
that was
sewed some
talking
shit on their
about
own.
Disneyland had the
The
dudes wearing the fucking.
I forget who
We
was
gotta
in there
get-
talking
That's
about
bad.
it.
Yeah,
That's
where they
bad.
had like Donald Duck, the fucking vest with the patches on it. It
Oh,
was like
no.
one would be Donald Duck, one was like they were like Donald Duck gang, like
Oh no.
it was crazy. I forgot who was talking about that.
Donald
we have to
gets
dig
his
through the
bill
archives.
broke
Easily.
by Mongols. That'd be funny.
Oh shit! I'm telling you, we gotta hang out with him more.
Come around, we'll make some
Hell
chocolate.
yeah.
Oh, you already know I'll be there.
Yeah.
January 25th, huge date. Let's talk about it.
Man, 25th's coming quickly. We signed a deal with ANC to produce out of their kitchen. So we're going to be making our rosin, our RSO, and we're launching our candy line. So the chocolate bars that I launched in 2010, went to prison for, or got raided for in 12, went to prison for in 15, they're back. They're finally back.
They're back.
With mad street cred.
That's it. Yeah. I got my time in, fool.
Huh. Okay, well, tell us a little bit about the chocolate.
Yeah.
What's coming with it? Yeah.
Well, first off, we're going to be launching at ANC. It's also their 2-year anniversary.
Okay.
So it matches up perfectly. They've welcomed us
Oh,
to
yeah.
launch our bar on that same day. I think we're going to have a good party going on out there.
Oh, for
I'm
sure.
actually flying in a buddy of mine from back home. He's an artist. He's going to be doing a live painting on site, and then whoever gets that lucky ticket
Talk about the
will
ticket.
will be, we're doing the golden ticket. So back in the day when I launched my Zonka bars, it's only proper to follow suit and keep the golden ticket.
Yeah.
Back then, I had a deal with Zong, and we did etched Zongs with
Okay.
Zonka on it. You won your ticket. I was a poor little dude making candy, so I didn't have a lot to offer. But this
Yeah.
year, where we've got some neat stuff that we're going to be doing for those lucky golden ticket winners, and
yeah.
some of the stuff I can disclose. We've got some neat pieces, some local artists that have thrown down to get in, and some artists from other countries that have thrown down some glass. We're gonna have some neat stuff, some tours. We're gonna do a private session with me and my chef.
That's awesome.
We've got some neat stuff where we'll do a catered meal. Like we've got some neat stuff coming down. So just be watching for the golden ticket. And the way it's going to work, so instead of relaunching all the huge bars that aren't dosable and broken up and segmented, we just brought back one style, the milk chocolate 4-ounce bar.
Yeah.
And keep that nostalgic feel with that. But then we also relaunched with a rebrand. So we've got a 2-ounce bar. It's a little smaller, a little lower dose, but it's segmented, and it's going to have a lot of different flavors. So we're going to get to play around. We've got some hemp seed crunch and some chocolate cookie mint and some neat stuff that we're going to be rocking out. But the 4-ounce chocolate bar is going to be the one with the golden ticket option. So that's the only one we're going to offer it in, just because that's the nostalgic line. And if rec goes legal, they're going to come at me sideways about marketing to kids. And so we're really preparing for that with the rebrand, and we're just launching them both at the same time until they tell me to stop.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's a 450 milligram bar. Rec comes, they're going to throw me out and tell me it's 100. So we're just going to do it until I can't. And then when holidays come, we're going to have some, black labels. We're going to have some higher milligrams, some 1,000, 1,500. We're going to break it down and just have some fun with it. So just keep eyes open. Valentine's Day, Christmas will go crazy. Halloween will go crazy. We'll have some neat stuff that we launch. But the next big launch will be our truffle line. We really want to just nail the bars first, make sure we're doing it exactly what people want. And then the truffles is where we just want to take it up a notch. I feel like when you go and you get these chocolates, most of the time it's either bark, some Nestle's, or they might have used some cacao, but they don't even really know quite what they're doing yet. No offense to nobody that's not, but we want everyone to learn. No. But we also want to be that one where you go, I know that I'm grabbing that truffle and it's 40 milligrams, and I'm going to sit on that sofa and I'm going to watch a show and the TV ain't even on. And honestly, that's I want you to feel that good
watching
with it.
Blue screen.
Yeah, honestly, just having a good time. But then we want to really get into ratios. That's what my big plight is the ratios, the 1-to-1s, the 3-to-1s, whole plant. You're only going to heal when you use whole plant. So I want to take my CBD distillate and bind it with our THC distillate and just go in there and play. Let's get down and have some fun. And you've seen the RSO and some of the rosins that we're producing. So I'm just ready to get in the kitchen and break out and show this blessing of being able to get back in and do it.
Now, did I see online that you guys are also working on a sugar-free version?
We are. It's an R&D right now. We brought in some amazing high percentage cacao, and we're playing around with a couple of recipes right now. I think the last one I saw was like 85.
Really?
Yeah, it's bitter as fuck.
I do. This one I made with a 95.
Yeah, that's amazing.
But
See, it's just too strong.
I just mixed it though.
Yeah, for me it's too much.
Yeah.
Certain people really love that flavor and that. Or have to have it without the sugar, the milk fats, and my palate. I think my stomach would like it better, but my palate just can't choke past it.
Yeah. The reason I'm diabetic, so
you have no
kind
choice. Yeah, your hands are tied.
I weigh it though, because to be completely honest with you, a lot of times whatever they use as a substitute for sugar has more carbs in it than the sugar alone
itself. Absolutely.
So it tastes worse and is worse for me.
Yep.
And so, but whenever I see that, there's other people that look for sugar-free for other reasons.
Yep.
So to me, that was cool to see that you guys are doing it because a lot of edibles are straight sugar.
Well, if you look back at our history, when we launched the original Zonka, I had sugar-free moon pies. I had sugar-free crispy treats. I'm a Crohn's patient with type 2 diabetes. I get you. You got to be careful on that intake and what you're putting in your body. And we wanted to be one of the companies that cares about that. My cafe I opened was gluten-free, dairy-free. We do that on purpose because people that have to eat that way and don't have an option should not be punished. How many times do you go into I've been a chef 26 years. How many times do you go into restaurants? One, every menu's the same. From this store to that's chicken fingers, club sandwiches, chef salads. Come on, get over it. Or some avocado toast and quinoa now. Really, we can do better than this, right? Or you go into a restaurant and there's no options. It's soda, lemonades. Everything's full of sugar, and you are forced into making a crappy choice. You have no other water. Thank you.
I drink a lot of water.
Absolutely.
I drink a lot
and
of water.
I just feel like we can do better than that. When you can get a fresh squeezed, fresh pressed juice out of 12 ingredients that you would use in your menu anyway if you're doing it correctly, why not offer that? So that, our whole plight, our whole battle, I think that's why we're still here 10 years later, is trying to put out that superior product for more than just flavor, for more than just packaging. That shit ends up in the trash anyway, So we try to hit it from all angles, and sugar-free is important to all of us back there in the kitchen.
Oh, yeah.
Damn, dude. Chef for 26 years.
Man, yeah, I started off a college kid that was hungry and needed to eat and was broke, and went to Denny's, got a job, just the old song and dance. But then I got a job at a brewery at night. The guy was a chef at another location, and he pulled me off, started catering. Next thing you know, I'm in culinary school for 10 months, because of him. And, I'm just, like you said, the universe lines it out for you. And it's not always your plan, but maybe it is your plan,
Mm-hmm.
You got to be open to allow plans to change when opportunities
If you can't
present
adapt,
themselves.
you're going to stay stagnant and not grow.
For
So,
sure.
Yeah.
Look at you, falling asleep on the mic.
We hit him hard with some of the
Nah,
concentrations.
His brain is exploding right now.
I'm trying to stay chill. Because that's for real my passion, I love baking and pastries a little bit more, but I can still
complete
cook.
opposite of me.
Well, I can fucking do
self-taught.
catering like a motherfucker.
Yep.
I just did a big 25-person party by myself,
Yep.
and it was probably the best thing I done because I had to focus on that shit.
I'm self-taught in that area. I didn't, that part of school I missed. It wasn't my favorite because I was always line cook. I was always running the broiler, running saute. And then you get over there and you start making bread all day. It's like, man, this is boring for me at that moment.
No, I
was making hamburger
baking
buns
bread.
and shit. You know what I mean?
I hate baking bread because
But when you can go home,
boring process.
A creme brulee I learned how to make,
Oh,
a tiramisu by hand. That's a trade, and that's something that when you go home on Christmas and the whole family's there's 50 people.
And people are wild.
Pimp it out,
dude.
right?
I made this nice Bouche Noel one time,
Nice.
and that shit, it looked just like a log. I made some chocolate figurines to put on there.
Yep.
Did some meringue mushrooms.
Yep.
And it was lit.
And it's neat when it works out. It's neat when you're like, I learned something and I taught something all at once. It's like, wow.
That's tight.
Yeah.
Man. I'm so excited, bro. I'm so excited to really try the chocolate bars. Obviously, I've become, over the years, I used to just be, straight gummy bears and shit.
Yeah.
But, probably since I started school and, messing around with chocolate and trying, the finer, couvertures, I was like, this is it right here. I want chocolate.
Yeah.
I want to fuck with chocolate. And then going out to Sedona, trying the different truffles, that's this is it.
Yep.
So
We're really lucky. Our chef is an amazing guy. He's a chocolatier. He worked with Russell Stovers. And I didn't know any of that. He was my CASA worker as a teenager. So I knew him from 15 to 19. I really, the first year I wasn't his best friend. I was a kid, a brat. I didn't want an adult as a friend who was working for the court system. It just wasn't in my best interest for me. But for him, it was. And he would come to my football games. He would come to my baseball games, write my stats down, send them to colleges, try to get scouts to come get me out of Kansas. Come get this kid who can throw a ball just away. And I didn't know any of that. I got recruited to come out and play at Yavapai. I did an 8-pitch tryout, walked on, and made the team, and Dave and I separated. He's like, you're an adult now, leave the nest. And literally the next time I saw him was I got busted with the joint in my dorm room, and they raided my room. I had to call somebody to get out of jail, and I called Dave. Came down, he bailed me out, and he was pissed. He was like, man, I get you here. You're finally on a D1, D2, high end. We won the title my freshman year, and I'm sitting in jail watching it because I got busted with a joint. So we separated, and after 25 years of life, it went really fast. I didn't realize that. I started making the book and documentary, and I had to put him in it. So we started talking about it during the documentary about getting him out here, getting him away from Kansas City, and just into what we're doing. And I had no idea of his background as far as food. I thought he was always working with kids. And he spilled the beans that he was part of the design of the clear heart. When you open up your candy heart and it's got the clear plastic, that was part of him. That was his claim to fame. Like, I had no idea. So as we're talking about what I went to prison for and making edibles and being a chef, and he was my inspiration the whole time anyway, it just fit. He was like, why don't I come down and do your chocolates? And I'm like, oh, yeah,
Can you?
please. Like, and what more of a full circle ending than the CASA worker who got the kid off the streets is now getting the kid off the streets. I mean, it's just, you can't write that stuff.
That's fucking
I
awesome.
can't make it up either.
That's
so
lit, dude.
fucking awesome.
And I'm honored to be able to do it. I wish I could pay him more. I wish I could, do more for him. I think, as we
It's only a
launch,
matter
we
of
will.
time, man,
and
it
we're
sounds
gonna,
like.
and he took me to his old stomping grounds when we went to Kansas City to talk about bringing him on, and showed me what he did. And, we talked about the high end and really stepping up the game. That's what he did for us. He took me and my wife and my kids, and we sat down and we taste tested everything, fondants to you name it, to pedophores, to the stuff this guy brings to the table is things that I've dreamt of learning, over 26 years of doing it. And now that we've gotten to team up, I'm so excited to see what we bring to the table. Like, I bet you I don't even imagine what this guy's gonna do. So just
What
watch
you're
for
talking
Zonka.
about, I'm trying to fucking imagine what he's gonna do. Like,
Yeah, he's awesome. You have to come
That
check it out.
sounds
Come play in the
awesome,
kitchen
dude.
with him. Come play. And he's just a humble guy. He's a old Hispanic Catholic, goes to mass 3 times a week. Like, shakes your hand and looks you in the eyes. You know what I mean? That's what
He'll be
my
there
company was
tomorrow?
built on.
at the
He should be. If he's not at the dispensary
I think at the
packaging,
launch.
he'll come out to. Oh, he'll definitely be at the launch. He will
Okay.
definitely. He's the man.
Yeah, he's the man.
He better be at the launch.
Yeah, I would be honored to meet him and
Amazing
at
man.
least show him my resume.
Not
So,
only a chef and a friend and just really good guy all around. He's a guardian angel. He really is. He's the guardian angel that was put here a long time ago. So
see, that's the thing too. Like, I've been needing to be around somebody that's just as passionate about the same thing I am.
yeah,
Because it's hard to explain to somebody
yeah.
what I'm trying to do and what I want to accomplish if they can't see it through
Yeah.
your eyes or know what you want to do. Like,
But nobody's gonna work on your dream as hard as you.
you know,
do.
like everybody from the outside in is like, well, you just got to do that
Yeah.
and do that just to get by. And I was like, well, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
And I want to do this and I want to do this and do that.
Just stick
and
to
then
it.
The patience.
Stick to it.
I just love how everything, like you said, man, the universe just plays a circle. Like, if you play your
It's what you put into it. It's really that energy you put out there. I mean, I was on the other side of that pendulum.
After this, what are you eating?
What?
I haven't even thought about it.
I've been thinking about it. For
I've been
like
sitting here eating this chocolate the whole time.
I know, and
I've
you've
been
been-
twisted.
Are you high? Are you getting high,
I don't know.
bro? Because listen, I've
Between
been
the
trying,
dabs, the joints,
Yeah.
the blood, I
I've
hope
been,
so.
yeah. I've been trying to hold it in right now, but I'm like slumped right now.
Slump.
Like,
We
the
call
level-
that zonked.
The level of my earphones has just like turned down, and I don't know how
You got
that's happened.
zonked, apostrophe D.
I appreciate that. Well, it's been a pleasure, man. I'm again excited for the 25th. This isn't the official goodbye. I do have 5 questions for you.
Uh-oh.
They're pretty crazy. I think they're gonna fit actually perfect for
Tell him what he's won, Bob.
everybody. Oh, he's won 5. Are they? What should we call these kind of questions? They're just out of this fucking world.
Sure. I'm down. I love those
Yeah.
guys.
It's fucking random.
Those
Yeah,
are the best.
Just
That make you
fucking
think,
random.
where you're like, wow.
This is the just fucking random segment.
There it is.
I like that. We just made that up. If you had unlimited resources, what would you do with your life?
Man, I feel like I'm doing it. I feel like well, if I had infinite resources, honestly, I think I'd attack homeless and addiction right away. If I had
Word.
the option, because I feel like that's that vicious cycle, because it all leads into from one to the other to the other to the other, whether it be
It does.
prison, whether it be addiction, whether it be homeless, whether it be broke,
Death.
whatever. It's dead. Yeah, it's
Mhm.
all the same. So I think if I had unlimited, then I think we could fix it.
Hell yeah.
Dude, I fucking love that answer. I feel like we should end it. I'm just kidding.
He blew up the other 4 questions.
What'd you have for breakfast?
What other? Mahone flake.
Mahone flake.
Mahone flake.
I got video of that shit. Because I was like this. Tagging him on Twitter.
This how y'all gonna be eating up the Titans.
As soon as I seen Chris Jones was playing, I was like, oh, more flakes.
Yeah. All right. What superpower would you like to have?
Superpower. I would like to be a medium. To me, like, I would like to be able to talk to people and connect people. Like people who have passed that want to come back and talk to their family. I'd like to be a medium. I'd like to be.
Okay.
If that's considered a superpower,
I'll take it.
I would like that. Because I always sit around
scary.
and wonder, like, I wonder if my dad ever comes back and says hi. I'm not one of those dudes that hears things or sees things, or I like to, and I'd like to be open to. But if I had a superpower, I think I'd like to connect, the people on this side to this side. I'd like to have that power.
We've had some of those people in here,
I have
sitting
friends.
in that chair.
My producer of my show is one.
And it's crazy to
And
me.
it blows my mind.
And I've said exactly what you said. I would be totally open
Yes.
to the idea of it, and everybody's
Yes.
like, "You're crazy."
No
My
way.
son is one.
Really?
I think
Jackson's-
so.
I think
Jackson's
lots
is
of. I
crazy.
think. I
He's
think
wild.
most kids are. I feel that they're so open
He is.
and welcoming.
His
that
spirit. I have to tell you why.
they'll look over your
And I'm about
shoulder
to
and
probably
see
start
people.
getting weird.
No, I believe
About
in
to
it.
get weird.
My producer.
I'm about to start getting weird.
My producer is a medium. She will tell you when they come into your world, and I'm blown away
All
by
right,
it.
I want to talk to her. But my son, all right, Kristen's dad passed away not too long.
Right.
Okay. We go to their house for his house for Christmas, their parents' house, right? And everything's cool, nothing happens. It's when my son tells me the story about what happened at Christmas.
Yep.
And
He's seen him, didn't he?
Yeah. He was like,
They're connected.
yeah, we saw Papa.
Yeah.
We saw Papa
He's
on Christmas.
Papa too. That's what my grandkid
Yeah.
calls me.
I was like, Jackson, no, don't say that. Like, we didn't see Papa. Like, we only see Nana. He's
No,
like,
he's seen
he was
it.
like, no, I saw Papa. He walked by and he said hello.
See?
He said you found me.
See,
And I was like, what do you? I was like,
that's real talk.
what the fuck do you mean? Like, I wasn't tripping out. I was like, what do you
Papa's letting him know he's good.
mean? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I was like,
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I was like, are you sure you weren't
and
dreaming?
he's not scared.
He was like, no, you guys were all there. It was on Christmas. And he was getting like all defensive, like how he
Like,
always
you didn't
does.
believe me.
Like,
Yeah.
he was like, and Kristen was like, well, what his eyes look like? He was like, his eyes were white. Like, they were open. They
It's
were
normal.
white.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, fuck, man.
Yeah.
I can't even be rolling up a blunt in his garage in peace anymore.
No, I believe in it, man. My producer is a full-on
Damn.
median, and she's the one who called tonight and said, hey, I want you to be this revolving co-host on my show. And I told her, I said, you know what, I have one stipulation, that if someone comes to you during our show, you let it ride. Like, I don't want you to, like, normally she produces the show, and it's my show, so she won't interrupt.
I want to be a guest.
I
on
said,
that.
I want you to,
If you're
let
going to
it
be
roll.
a revolving guest, can you bring guests?
absolutely. Absolutely.
I want to see if I can talk to my grandmother.
She is phenomenal. She actually went back to 9/11.
I would love to talk to my grandmother.
She went back to Firehouse in 9/11 because someone who was fallen came to her and needed to reach out to family, and she flew all the way back to New York to make the connection. She's wrote a book about it. She's got a few books.
I don't know if it's
phenomenal.
the weed or just like the adrenaline rush I'm getting right now.
No,
from
it's
this
energy. We're all
information.
energy,
is.
man.
This is
when you
tight.
vibe, you vibe. I'm just,
Yeah.
it's real talk.
And it's not like they're like,
Nah.
it's like that electric,
You're
bro.
welcome.
Like,
It's energy. We're all energy. It's pretty dope.
we're going to have to meet this lady, Kyle.
Robin, she's awesome.
All right.
All right,
She's
Robin.
we love you, Robin.
You're awesome too, bro. You know so many dope people. That's dope.
I love it. Surround yourself with greatness.
Hell yeah.
That's what to do.
That's going to be my mission, dude. Every day
That's
after
what we're
school.
doing, man. Building.
Daily.
Homework and chilling with Chris and Dave.
We're down. What else you got?
I
You got
got
more?
I got a lot.
I got a lot.
I got lost.
Back over
Where
here.
are we?
Oh, shit. If you could make a rule for the day, what would it be? One rule.
No one can walk.
No way.
you have to crawl everywhere you go. It's like an old game of quarters when you were in college. You know? Next rule, man. No one can walk to the bathroom. You gotta crawl. I'm just being silly.
No.
That's a silly rule.
That'd be crazy.
Wouldn't it be funny?
No,
You can't walk. That's your rule. You can't walk.
How would you pee?
That's right. That's a bummer. You better get a cup.
I'm just gonna sit on the ledge and aim from the fucking.
You can't
shower.
walk, but you could sit, right?
Yeah, you can sit. There you go. That or
Upper body
or I
strength.
like no one cuss. Could you imagine what arguments would be like on the phone between some dude and his girl cheating? Gosh darn it! You
stupid heifer.
silly goose.
Can you say? Can I say heifer, sir?
Yeah, no one can cuss.
You stupid heifer.
Heifer. Clear.
Right? Someone cut you off in car. Golly gee dang it.
Scarlet. Is it Harlot or Scarlet? Harlot.
Scarlet.
Scarlet letter. Scarlet letter because she was a harlot.
There you go.
I knew there was some connection.
Oh,
Man. Okay. Wait. I can't read that word.
All right, I got you. If you had to be an inanimate object
I was
for
like, what?
a year, what would you be?
An inanimate object for a year? Oh. Man, we could get dirty with that one. Because I got a hot old lady.
We get it.
Sorry, wifey. I love you, mama.
I mean, that wouldn't, for a year, that wouldn't be a bad object.
Right?
I'm good.
I'm good.
All right.
Oh, man.
I'll take it.
Yeah, I got to ride with that one. I got 20 years with
Kyle's
it, so
like,
I can say that. Look,
He's changing
like,
his
hold
mind.
up.
What were you going to be, Kyle?
I didn't really have an answer.
Right?
But now.
No.
Okay. If you could combine two animals to create a super animal,
Oh, shit.
what would they be?
A super animal. Well, it's got to be something that swims and something that flies. So we got to go underwater. We can breathe underwater. So it have to be some type of like a shark, something nasty
Shark with wings?
with wings that flies and can breathe out of the water too.
Bro, you're fucked.
Man, you ain't getting away. I'll shoot my teeth at you from the sky.
Everyone is fucked.
It's over. What would you call it though? The birdfish? What do you call it?
Sharkadactyl.
Sharkadactyl.
Yes, I see my new T-shirt.
Hey!
It's not a liger. It's a
Sharkadactyl.
Sharkadactyl.
That's
And you
good.
gotta have a shark shooting out teeth.
Yeah.
And then its fucking fins are like little bird claws.
Oh
like,
no!
like talons and shit.
Look out!
Oh,
It's
that'd
over.
be mean as fuck.
It's over.
That was one cone too many.
But we got one more.
But we got one more.
But we don't have any more questions. Oh.
Bam, bam, bam.
Is the S or the C silent in the word scent?
Right. Good question. It's kind of like
First of all, the real question is who the fuck made that word up?
Bruh.
and
if
spelled
a
it
turtle
that way?
lost his shell, would it be homeless or naked?
Oh my god.
So deep.
Poor turtle.
Why don't sheep shrink when it rains?
They'd have to hop in the dryer.
Right.
So if you get a sheep and wash it and then put it in a hot ass room, will it shrink?
Only if the bear's in the woods.
But how?
Hit this, man.
This man. I think that's all she wrote.
Nice.
Well,
They're bumping over there.
they are.
Are they making a porno? What is that?
Oh no, they're. I maybe
Music
I don't know.
video?
Somebody's probably recording something. We should go find out.
Sounds like they're partying. It's a house party.
Oh man, hey, my guy, for real, dude.
Thank you, man.
This has
Appreciate
been
you
a pleasure.
so much.
Like,
No, really.
we're definitely
Thank
gonna
you,
bring
guys.
you back. I'm gonna be at the release.
Come at the release.
I'm
Come to
gonna
the
be getting-
release.
I'm gonna be there tomorrow.
Farmers market.
Yeah.
We got paint night over there. If you're there that late.
Oh, I got my little nephew has his birthday party.
Yeah,
Shout out
happy
to my little
birthday.
nephew, man. Oh,
Nice.
my sister, she didn't ask me to make a cake.
Uh-oh. Traitor. She went to Albertson.
She bought that Costco cake.
Let me find out. Let me find out. There's a store-bought cake at this party. I wouldn't be mad if you went to another home baker, but if you went to the store,
Dang it.
again, guys, make sure you check out Phoenix Relief Center this weekend. They got the weekly deals. I'm throwing ash all over the room. I'm getting high. You could also follow them on Instagram at PHX_Relief Dispensary. Stop by and subscribe. Get the daily messages. All that. With that being said, I gotta get my shit right over here so we can get the shout outs. Again, make sure you get to ANC.
Yep.
ANC. It's like
Arizona Natural Concepts off of Carefree Highway, about 4 miles off the 17.
What time is everything going down that day?
I believe they're popping when they open at 10, but I will have to confirm that on their flyer. They got an event link on Facebook at OG Zonka on our Zonka page. And I believe on their ANC page as well, they'll have a link. I think they pop off when the doors open.
And it's a flyer, right?
Yeah, should
can
be a
share it.
flyer and an event page.
Can we steal it and share it?
Take it, share it,
Hell
give
yeah.
it away,
Why
and
not?
just show up.
Can we
Come out
borrow
there.
it? I'm just-
Come on out and get you some candy.
Excuse me. God damn.
Got him,
I
coach.
wasn't ready for that. Oh, it's still coming. Woo. And that's it.
Did you find the music yet? Ooh, we got it.
Why is that playing?
There it is.
Huh?
Didn't that sound so loopy? Hold on, time out. I'm gonna have to. Time out, people. I need y'all to hear this with me. That didn't sound right. That sounds chopped and screwed, don't it? I don't know what. Is it me or
That's you.
you didn't hear that?
Nope.
I'm gonna play it again.
Sounds pretty normal to me,
Time out.
bro. Who you shouting out, man?
That does not. Doesn't that sound like slow? It does.
I haven't heard it.
I know.
Get him stoned.
Is it? Am I that high?
Yes.
Is my mind that blown right now?
He's that high. Sounds pretty fucking normal to me. You gonna give some shout outs? What up?
Go ahead. You go.
All right.
I thought he was going to freestyle.
No. My mind is blown
Throw
right
some
now.
bars.
All right. Well, I'm gonna be quick about it.
Okay.
We're just gonna shout out all the fans, all of our guests that we've had over the last year. I mean, to me, that's really what put us to a place where we got nominated for the Las Vegas Cannabis Award for podcasting. So check that out. Vote for us. Let's get us on that. Other than that, thanks to my wife as always, and Jordan, and thank you for coming over, Chris, and hanging out and bringing the stories and
Absolutely.
all the knowledge and doing it for the right reason.
Thank you.
So everybody out there that's really trying to move this whole thing forward for positive, pay attention to what's really going on and where the money really is going, because that'll tell you the real story. I'm out.
All right. My man. Who you want to shout out?
Well, I'm going to shout out the fam. First off, wife, kids, grandkids. They're the whole reason I made it this far. And I want to shout out the team, Zonka, Hempful, Weedless, all the stores, Hempful Chico, Hempful Youngtown, Hempful Phoenix. And I'd like to shout out all the followers and fans that we've had over all these years that have stuck it out and are going to be there on the 25th for this relaunch and beyond. So we just say thank you. And I got to say thank you to the football gods for the AFC Championship 2 years in a row rolling through KC. Let's hope we can see them in the Super Bowl this year.
I like that. And with that being said, I just want to give a quick shout out, like K-Book said, man, to all the listeners for real that made it possible for us to get nominated for this award. And And a big shout out to Zonka, man, for real. Like, he just came through and dropped so much knowledge, like, that I wasn't even aware of, bro. Like, I really appreciate you coming through and, like, opening my eyes a little bit more about what's going on behind the scenes, you know, and shit.
The
Like,
more you know.
right. It gives me more of a passion to do some better things, man, and work with you really on some shit to save and help the community. Like, I can't wait, bro.
Always welcome, man. We like passing the torch. You know what? We can't be here doing it forever. So I love it when the youngsters come up and want to carry it on and keep going, because that's how I got in it, watching the old timers teach me. So
I feel that,
Oh,
man.
yeah.
Well, I will be there. I hope you guys enjoyed this, man, for real. Make sure you're there on the 25th. If we don't see you, that's your loss, because somebody could be winning the golden ticket that day. Again, man, Young Hippie, K-Boog, OG, Billy Zonka, we out this bitch.
haters make me famous.
Ah.